Hey guys, what is up? This is my second day going to Kyoto, and if you watched my first Kyoto vlog, you know that I woke up at 5 a.m. to avoid the crowds, and today I did the same exact thing. Once I arrived in Kyoto, I headed to Fushimi Inari Taisha and got there around 6:30ish. I was super excited about climbing Fushimi Inari Taisha, as you can tell, but unfortunately, the path was closed. So I decided to change my plans and head towards Arashiyama instead.
Xandros.
I got there around 8 a.m. and it started to pick up a bit with people, but honestly, it was still super peaceful and I felt so zen. By 8:30 a.m., I finished seeing the bamboo forest and came across a nearby temple, Tenryuji. The temple had a beautiful garden with some early blossoms and a bunch of short little walking trails. While I was walking around, I met this super sweet couple from Hawaii who gave me this macadamia nut snack, and I am convinced this was a sign from the universe telling me that I have to visit Hawaii ASAP. I then walked up a hill to the top of the garden and I saw this beautiful view of Kyoto below. I ended up exploring the garden for another 30 minutes and taking videos of literally everything because it was so peaceful and aesthetic. In some parts of the garden, there was even still some snow on the ground from the morning. By 9 a.m., I was starting to get sleepy, so I decided to head over to the famous Arabica coffee. There was a crazy line out the door already, but I patiently waited. It was honestly so therapeutic watching these baristas make all the lattes, especially with the backdrop of the river right behind them and the natural sunlight coming into this coffee shop. It was just so magical and it reminded me how much I love mornings, especially when it involves a fresh latte. I ordered the Kyoto latte and no joke, this was the best latte I've ever had in my life. I know my face doesn't show it in this video, but it was the best latte I've ever had in my life. Highly recommend. After I finished my latte, I strolled across the Togetsukyo Bridge onto my next destination, the Arashiyama Monkey Park. The hike up to this monkey park was low-key rough, especially in the beginning, but definitely worth it. By the time I reached the top of the mountain where all the monkeys were, it started snowing a bit, which was really beautiful. The monkeys were unfazed by the snow and continued playing around and, just being monkeys. They were all so entertaining and doing some crazy stuff, and I could have easily watched them all day. I then headed back down the mountain, and since it was still relatively early, I thought I might as well do some more sightseeing, so I headed to Roanji. By the time I finished seeing Roanji, it was around 12:30, so I of course got a bite to eat, and I got this fire big pork bun. It was humongo. It was so good. And then I headed to Kinkakuji, which is about a 10-minute bus ride away. This spot was packed, which makes sense given that I went at peak hour in the early afternoon. The temple was still sick, and there was even this spot where you could try to throw a coin in a distant hole in order for your wish to be granted. So I tried this, of course, and literally no one around me could get their coin into this hole. But I got mine on the 3rd try, so I'm hoping my wish will come true. We will see what will happen. I then headed back to central Kyoto by 2 p.m.-ish and ended my morning of sightseeing at Stumptown Coffee Roasters to do some editing. Overall, it was a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the footage I captured here in Kyoto. Anyways, here's a playlist I made for you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Love, Ella.